both 77-1 and the Micas are best missiles in the game. Just because they pull insanely hard and they all have really, really aggressive acceleration. So everything right now in top tier comes down to killing your opponent before he can react. And usually, you know, having a super fast missile helps a fuck ton with that.
Yeah.
So for BVR, your missiles are better. Mine is good, it will force you to react. But the closer and closer I get to you, the more you're gonna be cooked.
Right.
Ugh. So for example, what I was doing just this little engagement we just had, I was basically exploring the fact that I can stay in the notch and kind of counterfire with the IRST. And right. I can also pre-chaff a little bit. Usually pre-chaffing prevents people from getting a reliable HMD lock, so I can actually prevent you from counterfiring.
I see. I thought it was defeated already.
Surprised I hit.
Yeah, I recommitted too early. I thought it was already defeated, but it wasn't quite. Yeah.
So here I'm already in the notch. I'm kind of chaffing you, and I don't know if you can get an HMD lock on me.
No, I can't. In fact, it's actually departing flight. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm gonna move us to the normal channels again. Want to see if anyone else wants to show up for some BVR practice. What are these guys talking about? I'm gonna move us to a different channel. Right, there you go. So right here, like you're going decently slow. I think you ended up climbing a little bit too much. So like that's good kinematically, but also you're not going fast enough.
Yeah.
Like I think if you had the SM2, you would be probably like twice as oppressive as you are right now. Like I don't know if you have flown that thing on test drive. It's a fucking spaceship.
I have not flown.
It's literally a spaceship. It's significantly better than the normal Su-30 when it comes to speed and kinematics overall. Yeah, you could like the 77 is already really fucking good. No, the 77 is already really good on the Su-30, but on the SM2 is a significant difference.
Wild.
Yeah, that thing rips in a straight line, kind of like Rafale. Maybe not as easily, but yeah, it's a spaceship, literally. now I force you defensive. I'm gonna push you before you recommit.
Let's see. Yeah, interesting. I lost you there, but HMD. Yeah. It's not able to notch that in time. Should have kept more track of you when I was notching.
That's the SM2 or the normal one? It's the normal one. How do you get the cockpit that far zoomed out? With a mouse wheel. I think in controls you can change the behavior of the mouse wheel. Yeah, zoom. So right now, what I'm basically doing is I'm basically taking advantage of vertical notching once I get that close, because it allows you to just defeat all your missiles.
Yeah.
And just maintain visual on you. So I'm basically changing altitudes, changing direction, and I think a bunch of times you just lost visual on me. But I get visual on you all the time.
That's the main thing. Like, I just lost visual, and didn't quite find you in time.
Would an IRST log support missile guidance in Rafale and Sukhoi? What do you mean? Didn't really understand the phrasing. Or in the ass. So overall, at medium to long ranges and like actual BVR, both planes are just oppressive enough. I'll probably say the SM-2 is gonna be better because you have a really fucking nasty missile mounted on a fucking spaceship. So if you...
Not to mention the radar.
Yeah, the fucking radar is gonna be absolutely fucking insane. So you can easily prevent people from getting close to you, really.
Yeah.
But what is happening right now is once I get close, like the closer I get to you, the more comfortable I get. Because I can just maintain visual on you. I have more powerful IRST to keep visual, and vertical notching is not only useful for defeating missiles, it also basically allows me to maintain a defensive position while getting closer and closer and closer to you.
Yeah.
And also I feel like you might...
HMD also helps quite a bit there.
Yeah, the HMD definitely helps. That proxy, it was only a minor hit apparently.
Yeah.
So here I basically just fire from a defensive position. If you try to get any closer, you just eventually die. That's what
we're going from the second or first hit.
That's kind of what vertical notching allows you to do. And
yeah,
and in this Su-30 is probably not that powerful because
the reason that I'm not doing it much in the Su-30 is because of that, like the flight model. Like, vertical notch dual the Rafale will just like that. That's not even.
Yeah, that's the thing because sometimes if you're doing the vertical notch, you're eventually gonna get very slow if it gets like very intense at very close range. And once you get slow, the flanker just starts pulling way too much AOA and has no lift. So that means that because you're pulling AOA so easily, it will seem like in your RWR you're notching, but in reality it's just your plane pulling AOA and tricking you.
It's just drifting.
It's drifting.
That's why, like, in EC at least, I play quite passively in the Su-30. Like, I rarely get into notch duels unless I'm super light.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, more confident, but yeah.
No, it works. It works, but not against Rafale.
Of course, yeah. No, this is what I mean. Like, I want to like actually get a better feel again.
Get it.
Versus the fucking
Gotta get a taste of what their skill ceiling is. The fucking vertical notch. Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, with shitter Rafales in EC, what I do is I just spread 3 R77s, and like they almost guarantee it because they get spooked by 3, and like they don't know how to.
Yeah, I think like usually what I do is I usually just crank a lot. Like if I see a Rafale and it's coming towards me, I'm just maintaining track on radar while cranking, and then when they get close enough and they're like within good parameters, I just fire a missile kind of from inside the crank, and then I turn into the opposite direction. I fire one straightly head on, and they usually just come in slightly different direction. That's usually enough. So if they do not fly away cold completely, they kind of just die. here, I push you.
Yeah. I did not expect an off-board missile already. I thought you were still going to be defensive on my 2 R-77s, but I guess they were already notched.
I fired a missile while I was notching them.
So my position was still bad. I thought I was still somewhat behind you, but I guess I was still within the 90-degree FOB of the Iris. Once you're forced defensive in the Su-30US against the Rafale, it's pretty difficult at closer ranges to really push. If the Rafale plays the cards right, it's not really.
Like the only way you can counter me effectively is just vertical notching.
Yeah.
And being really fucking good at it, because, well, of course the Rafale also plays a huge part on it, but vertical notching just basically means that I'm constantly maintaining visual on you at all times, and I'm defeating your missiles incredibly easily if I'm not stupid, and then I can just counter fire very easily, and the Micah just does a fuck ton of heavy lifting. So if I right there I saw you notching and you went slightly cold, like probably over defending, that was my cue to just push you. And even if that missile didn't connect, I would have just fired another one when you tried to recommit. So like the very moment I would have seen you were trying to come head on towards me, I would just fire the Micah to force you either to trade, hit the missile, or going back into the notch so I can just keep pushing you. So it's literally like the whole point is just be as oppressive as possible and never give your opponent a chance to even recommit. Like once I get that close, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
TSM-2, well, I don't have the plane yet, only flew in the test drive, but I have a very good idea what it should be capable of if it didn't have a garbage fly model. Because with the Rafale, even if I'm vertical notching, I get super slow. Even at these super high altitudes, the plane is still going to have the engines and the lift to basically do whatever. But this 30 cannot do that. On the deck, it's decent, but higher altitudes is just fucking drifting AOA mobile.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, dude.
Here I might be cooked. I might have gotten a little bit too cocky with high altitude.
Ooh, still firing a missile though.
Okay, got those.
Yeah, I couldn't quite support my ER. It was overcranked a bit.
You now.
Yeah, I got my hydraulics. My main issue right now is just keeping visual. That's the thing I need to work on. Trying to figure out the War Thunder spotting.
Yeah, the way it works is every single person in the contrails gets automatically spotted and rendered for everyone on the map. But if you want the enemy to actually render, I think your crew skills have an effect on it. So for example, if there's somebody like 20 kilometers away or more, you will not see the plane rendering at all. You have to get like close enough within maybe 20 or 15 kilometers if you have ace crew.
I see.
Or if one of your teammates is dogfighting someone, then the enemy he's dogfighting is also going to render for anyone on the map. But once the teammate dies, the guy is gonna remain spotted for just a little bit and then it disappears. So it's basically the exact same thing in RRB with the rendering and whatnot. But yeah, on Sim of course it's a lot tricky because ergonomics and the cockpit and so on and so on. Also, I have very autistic vision, so that's insanely against your your favor.
Yeah, no, for sure. That also plays a big part.
When you fire the Mica, can you switch over to IRST to help missile guidance? No. No, if you want to maintain data link, you have to stay with radar. In the SM2, you're able to use Insane Gimbal to have used super offboard 27ERs and 77-1s. Yeah, pretty much. But at the same time, if I was flying the SM2, I probably would not have used like super high aboard side shots as much, because, well, the more the missile has to turn, the more energy it's gonna be losing. And sometimes you just want to have a decent amount of range to make sure your missile hits. Only if I'm being like very pressured. If somebody's pressuring me way too hard and they get also a little bit too close, then sure, I would have no other choice but to fire a missile from inside the notch to maybe force them into reacting. That might open up a little window for me to do something. You might be recommitting towards that one.
I think it's defeated for now.
Oh, it is, yeah. I just saw the fucking speed factor of the missile go to 0. Without a HUD, without a HMD, that tells me where the guy is in 3D space. Yeah, that's...
Because even if it isn't rendered, if the HMD like shows you a square in 3D space, it at least tells you where to look. It's also harder against you because you actually like reposition yourself vertically all the time thanks to vertical notching, and also horizontally, so you're always in a different position relative to it.
Yeah,
whereas most people, they will just like be doing like a very monotonous crank to the left or to the right side. It's very easy to predict their trajectories, whereas with you, it's a lot harder for me to predict the trajectories. I actually have to keep using the radar in BVR mode to check where you are.
Yeah, not having an indicator in 3D space where the guy is definitely makes a huge difference. Although, like all those times I get close enough to you, I'm always keeping visual on your black dot, so I know where you are. Yeah. But the HMD definitely helps at all, because I'm usually like rolling over upwards, downwards, and you know.
Yeah.
Hey, the Rafale suffers or something.
For sure.
Next meta is definitely 27 ERs.
Doesn't the variant that we have... Sorry, doesn't the variant that we have in the game not even have HMDR? Like, was something...
It does, yeah.
Versions?
Well, just this patch, it received a different HMD that doesn't have AFF anymore. But it does show you a little square now where the guy is. Mapping in the next meta is definitely 27 ERs. Was trying out unlocking and relocking for 27 ER, and it's nasty. People don't get any warning until 3 seconds till impact. Yeah, the 27 ER is good, but only in a 1v1. So if you're flying in EC and you find some guy that is very isolated from the rest and there's nobody close to him to give him a hand, then yeah, if you want him to die, he is going to die. It's simple as it gets. this dude is shooting down my missiles. Oh, there you.
That was actually accidental. I'd actually meant to shoot that one at you. So there again, I actually lost. Waiting for the black dot to appear, but sometimes it just refuses to, or because I don't have you locked. We're just looking for missile trails. Quite high altitudes.
Yeah.
And I was looking down low, and it just goes to show how quickly you were able to reposition, especially with the Rafale's flight model. That's definitely something that also is really fucking crap.
I mean, what I do, I can also do many other planes. Like I was basically taking advantage of you defending, so I can just get closer and closer and stay above you. And of course, if you're cold, you're defending, I'm not going to fire a missile yet because I want to kind of surprise you from a different angle. So the very moment you try to recommit and try to look for me, I just fired that missile from a location you did not expect.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
Gotta get inside people's head.
Basically, how you counter notchers and DCS is you basically reposition somewhere behind them, like you don't keep firing at them.
Yeah, you just don't fire at them. Like if they're going cold, like right there, you were like 15 kilometers away from me, and you were on the deck. So I know the Micah is probably not gonna have enough speed to just catch you. So I'm not gonna bother firing. I basically just waited until I got a little bit closer. I was gaining altitude, getting a different angle. I was kind of like going to the side a little bit. And then I just kind of surprised you from a location you did not expect. And why the fuck is my chat box so fucking weird? Font size. Maybe I can reduce the font size. That might help. I think it did. Not gonna lie, you really don't need this for 90% of players. Most just spam all their missiles once they have you on radar and then scream their way to multipath.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need all this, but like the original idea to test like behind the stream was to just like for me to test get a feel of how the Rafale actually or how the general game mechanics work at the highest level. Obviously, in EC, fucking anything works. I mean, EC, you can kill people with 27Rs, and they're in fucking Delta Canards.
And then they complain about Russian bias.
Yeah, but it suffers, bro.
But yeah, vertical notching, as you can probably see, is not only about defeating missiles.
Yeah, no, for sure.
God damn.
Did not expect that to hit.
Damn, that was like decently far away too. That was like 40 kilometers.
Yeah, I was 100% certain that was defeated. That's how I was turning in. I was like, okay, it should be done and dusted, but I guess not.
Damn,
we should have a bit more chat before we commit. I guess it required me just in time, like it had just enough time to make the turn. It was close enough or something, I guess.
I think I was doing like Mach 1.7 and I was around 11,000 meters when I fired that.
1.7, that's wild.
Yeah, I think it was like, because the radar screen was like 37 kilometers, so that was like a 40 kilometer launch. So as you can see, the Micah is can be kind of nasty BVR because the Rafale can just bring it.
Mach 1.7 launch at 11 km meters, like 40 kilometers is definitely not a fucking shot to ignore.
Like the missile just has
especially with the impulse motor the thing has, right? It has like a really strong impulse motor, right? Where it like accelerates even faster than the 77.
The Micah has a really violent acceleration. It does accelerate a little bit better. A little bit, but Su-77 just has more range because of the weight. But
I think I heard from Squish that under 50 kilometers they're practically like kinematically the same, because of the Mica accelerating so fast.
yeah, so the Rafale can just bring the Mica to such insane parameters, and also the fact that the missile is so fast and has such violent acceleration. Like,
yeah,
the missile being so high up means that it's barely any drag, so of course it's gonna have like really insane kinematics. And you know, compared to other missiles, like the difference only gets bigger after very long ranges. But over very long ranges, nothing is ever going to connect. So
exactly.
also the funniest thing is I can see your missiles on my radar, which is stupid.
Yeah. I mean, the 30SM can also do that, right? You can also see the missiles. Like, I
Yeah.
shoot shotgun with missiles that way. But yeah, that's another funny thing in this game. Yeah, like in EC, if I have my 1277 loaded, sometimes if I just don't feel like defending, I just shoot missiles down. Especially if it's some dog shit missile, like I don't know, like yeah, whatever. There you go.
Yeah, well, it's a fucking dog shit. It's a dog shit mechanic, and I really hate it because there's always a bunch of shitters who do that. And I'm talking about shitters who are significantly far worse than you are on BVR and whatnot. Like, oh, I'm a sore loser, I'm gonna try this, and then you fucking double tap them and they eat shit. I might die here.
Yeah. Oh, again, I'm just underestimating the Mica. I thought I was safe again. I thought I was notched chaffed, but I guess it was a little bit in my part of their blind spot because it was coming from such a high angle.
Yeah, I also launched that second one from like a little bit medium high altitude. That was like Mach 1.1, 6,000 meters, and you were like 20 kilometers away. So I think
Yeah.
like you can run away from it from that range, but if you recommit a little bit earlier, it's definitely gonna just land on your face.
Also, I feel like at 20 kilometers running away is just not really ideal from a Rafale, especially considering how fast the Rafale can accelerate behind you. Like, by the time I recommit, my circle is going to be so wide, we're going to be perfectly positioned inside my circle behind me. And that Mica, like, will basically be a guaranteed death.
Yeah. I killed some British Eurofighter twice, and he said that I needed to learn to just enjoy the game, and that I don't need to grind like I'm playing Ground RB. Like, hey, stop playing so well, dude. You're hurting my feelings. Vertical notching up also forces missile into pulse mode. Yeah, that's literally why you go up. Yapping stream? No, well, kind of just doing BVR practice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
the funniest thing is when they complain about missile spam. Like, you're sitting there multipathing or shooting down my missiles, and you're complaining about me missile spamming you. Yeah, what do you expect, retard? Like, it's exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh, fuck! How dare you spam missiles on the game mode that is purely designed for missile spam?
Yeah.
Well, not even game mode. It's literal fucking
like literally last time
in RB2.
There was this guy having a crash out about me using like 3 missiles at once to kill him. Well, you know, he's sitting there in his goofy ass striker, like literally like flying like 10 meters above the water. Of course, it's Denmark.
Oh.
Like what do you think is gonna happen? If you think I'm just gonna let you multipath with no repercussions, no consequences, I'm just gonna let you do that and like they come up to me? Like, what do you expect is gonna happen? You will get a fucking
Man, I fucking despise multipath, but I also not multipath, I mean Denmark. I fucking despise Denmark, but at the same time I kind of like it because you always find a bunch of shitters to shoot at.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
all my last EC matches have been Denmark.
Yeah, it's the only place you can basically find people, man. It's fucking horrendous.
It's fucking like the last match that wasn't Denmark was Summer Sinai, and the lobby died. Based, like, yeah, nice. Just enter the lobby and it's already dead.
It's one of the reasons why I don't really bother playing like top tier that much. I've been enjoying a lot more like 12.7, 11.7, 11.3, 11.0.
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't even playing top tier. I was playing the JH7A premium.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because my friend bought it, so I was like, alright, let's grind together. But yeah, dude, it's just funny because they complained like. They were complaining about the JH7 having a busted flight model while they had F-15As, you know, fucking 6 sparrows. Like, they could just third-party rat me.
You can go to Stash, or you can compare the flight models between your plane and the Hornet.
Exactly, I know. And, like, the fact that they were getting gunned by a JH7 is like... just uninstall the game and like, do you lose that? Like, it is insane.
Well, the other day I was flying the Jak 141 against Hornet Spam, and around 4 people in the exact same match just jade out against me in a dogfight.
Fuck this one. Big meat.
Alright, so somebody asks, I'm trying relative control mode, how do I aim the guns? Because if I move with the mouse, it barely moves and WASD moves too fast. Okay, let me give you a hint. Give me just a second to explain something to this dude. Don't spawn yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think for sensitivity with your mouse, you need to go to common. And you need to adjust your aim sensitivity. You can also maybe adjust the sensitivity of your mouse, like the DPI, if you have a software for it. Oh yeah, this is the setting. So here I'm barely touching my mouse and it's very, very aggressive. Actually, if I fly in manual, you can probably see how insanely aggressive this is. I'm barely moving my mouse at all. So if you want your mouse to move a little bit faster, you can go to common and you go to aim sensitivity and just play with this. So for example, if you're playing with relative control and you're moving your mouse and your plane barely moves, then you need to adjust this. Also, for WASD, you need to adjust this. So if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, WASD is going to be very aggressive. So you need to adjust the sensitivities. You might want to lower them to around 60, maybe 50%. Just try to get a feeling for it. So what these sensitivities do is that they change how quickly your input reaches 100%. So if I set this to 100% and I press my keyboard just lightly, you can see it's like the inputs are way too aggressive, like immediately. You can see it's very jumpy. And if I lower the sensitivities a lot, then you can see it's a lot smoother. So you have to hold the key for at least like half a second for the input to reach 100%. So this is a lot smoother, right? You can see how soft it is. So yeah, you have to adjust the sensitivities again. And finally, for mouse aiming, you can go all the way here down the bottom, mouse joystick, and you want to adjust the sensitivities. I really recommend setting rudder to 100% and aileron to whatever you feel like. And what this does is this basically determines how hard your plane is gonna roll or yaw when you move your mouse left or right. So I think for whenever you are aiming the guns in a dogfight or anything, having precise rudder input is gonna be really important. That's why I recommend having it to 100%. And then the aileron, which is your roll axis, you can just configure it to however you feel like it. So here you can see I'm moving my mouse left and right, and I'm getting a lot of rudder input. And this is what I actually need. This is what I need for aiming. And then my plane is also having a little bit of roll, because why not? So I just got used to this. It's the settings I use, but you can just kind of mismatch to see what you feel comfortable with. Alright, I'm respawning. You can spawn now. Alright, what else are people saying? Change sensitivities. Okay, yeah. I played a single air arcade game with the M2K to get the last 900 score needed for the event, and it's so funny to vertical notch little ace combat levels of missiles. Haven't played air arcade in ages. Like, I used to play a lot back in like 2014 when I was still getting like into War Thunder a little bit, but I never really got into the game until basically like 2021 when the F-15 released. Funnily enough, I played War Thunder. I played War Thunder like a decade ago, but never really got into it. I only played tanks mostly, and it was like, because I was also like heavily more invested on World of Tanks. So I was already good at that game, so might as well just keep playing that instead of migrating to something I don't really feel familiar with. Also, I think somebody asked earlier what keeps me coming to War Thunder. Well, I never truly left per se. I just kind of take a little bit more break breaks more often and play some other video games.
Yeah. Tried to spread 3 again. But work out. Biggest issue right now, I would say, is just getting visual within like 30-20 kilometers. That basically causes me to lose the battle.
Yeah, at 30, yeah, at 30, I'm not going to render.
Yeah.
Like overall.
The thing is, like at 30 kilometers is where I need to actually start worrying about actually having to notch the Mika and actually start defending like beyond my radar gimbal. And that's also where the time where I'm like, okay, now I can't really see him anymore because now I have to like spot him.
Yeah, so at 30 kilometers, I'm not gonna render. And usually what I do if my plane doesn't have a cool HMD like the Rafale does, I just kind of try to use a little bit of context clues of where exactly like in the terrain he is coming from and what altitude. So, you know, if he launches a missile at me and I have to like really defend and I cannot counterfire, then vertical notch just kind of allows me to defeat the missile while keeping an eye on that direction he is coming from, even if he keeps pinging me with the radar or not. If it pings me with the radar, I can just align myself perfectly to where he is coming from, and I can just kind of wait for him. Yeah. But if not, you kind of just have to use context clues with the terrain and shit, and sometimes I would even struggle with that.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm like using context clues, but you're really good at just general repositioning is basically what I meant earlier, where like you reposition yourself, like not exactly where the guy would expect you to be. And because of the way vertical notching, the nature of vertical notching also helps for that, where like you will always just be at a different location than what the guy was expecting. Like there, for example, again, you were way higher and I was looking down, like further down low. This was probably the absolute best example of what I just said.
vertical notching just allowed me to maintain visual on you and know exactly where you were. So I defeated all your shit, saw your black dot, used the HND and counter-fired immediately. That was perfect.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was within 20 kilometers, but again, I was looking for the black dot, couldn't find it. To be fair, the clouds just made me lose visual as well, but still.
Yeah, right there I was 7,000 meters. 6,000, 7,000.
Hmm.
Literally the same. Played War Thunder first when the ground was just introduced and then dropped until MiG-29 was added to the game. Yeah, I just used to play War Thunder a little bit like ages ago. Like 2014, 2015 maybe. But I was playing World of Tanks a lot during that time. And I think my PC did not run War Thunder particularly well either. So I basically just quit playing War Thunder for the longest time. Like I remember playing when there was a fucking April Fool's event where you would play with inflatable tanks and you shoot carrots and potatoes at people. And then what actually got me back into War Thunder was just browsing YouTube. I stumbled on a video from a content creator called Hunter, which just posts pure gameplay with no commentary. And I saw like, damn, he's playing the A10. No fucking way the A10 is already in War Thunder. And then I saw another video where he's playing the MiG-27K, and I thought that thing is fucking sick. I started playing it then.
I've always been a MiG-27 enjoyer in terms of its looks. It looks really dope. I love the way it looks.
And I remember seeing that.
The downward slanted nose.
I remember seeing that video from Hunter where he's playing MiG-27K and he's just fucking firing cruise missiles at people from orbit. I'm like, that's fucking sick, dude. Because it reminded me a little bit of, there's like a mod for Command & Conquer called The Rise of the Reds, and I think there's like a kind of like a special ability you can use for Russia where you just fucking call in a Tu-160 and you just fire a fucking cruise missiles on a position from orbit.
Based.
I'm like, that's fucking sick, dude. It reminded me of that. That's a lot of missiles.
There is.
How dare you? Wait, no fucking way. Glorb shit. I launched that at you. That's glorb shit.
Something else just tanked my 77. Shigeru J7. What the fuck?
I think I just saw some debris fly past me. It's funny.
Yeah. There was some NPC near you and one of the missiles tracked on that NPC, I think. See what happened.
Missile didn't find you. What the fuck?
Damn. Fucking HMD lost lock just in time. Were you chaffing?
Yeah, I always drop chaff to prevent the HMD from locking. Oh, hold on. I'm dogfighting an AI now? Ooh, what the fuck? Did you know the AI planes in this game produce a lot more thrust than they should?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've also fucking chased like what was it, like F-86 Sabres as a MiG-23, and they were going like Mach 2 on the deck, you know.
Like I just fucking killed a Japanese T2. NPCs, you literally just monkey pull way too aggressively while doing perfect vertical loops without ever stalling.
Yeah.
Because they produce like so much thrust, and believe it or not, they're actually kind of dangerous to fight against if you're not prepared.
I would not be surprised. Yeah. They're basically beta testing the Raptor flight model for the project. That's gonna be the Raptor.
Got the top tier right when the S-27 dropped. Literally the same. Oh yeah, I read that comment.
I played War Thunder like in 2016 when I first got my like first ever PC, and I played a little bit. I used to play Air Arcade with friends, and I was grinding like on the German planes, and I played a little bit of tanks. That was the only time. Then I got, by the time I really got into War Thunder, the Su-30 was already in the game. Like, yeah, basically this year.
And you got into the fucking biggest disappointment of your life.
Yeah, literally, I got gaslit by my friends saying, "Oh, trust me, bro, flanker is good in this game. It's the meta." I'm like, okay, sure.
The most boring meta. Well, meta is still Rafale, but at least flanker is the second plane with the most hands and with the most capabilities. Because arguably the second best plane could have been the Typhoon. I'm talking about like this whole year, not necessarily this patch, because I'm not really aware of how things have changed. But I think right now nothing within 120s is ever going to dominate.
Yeah, unless they like modify the missile itself, like make it pull better, make the notch gate better. It's not really gonna
Yeah, but if they made the notch gates better, it would also probably apply to all other nations, and then America ends up eating shit even harder. So
if they can flick the missiles become harder to notch, they can make an argument that okay, at least they have the long range penis missiles now. At least that's the argument they would have going for them at the minimum.
Oh, you're recommitting into Amika? Ooh, it flew behind you. That's fucking disgusting. This radar can pick up the fucking Micah from almost 30 kilometers that easily.
Trust me, bro, it's realistic.
Yeah, it's realistic. Fucking cope, bro. Cope. I assume you don't have visual on me right now, and I'm gonna surprise your ass. Yeah.
I was looking for where your contrail was, and you're already repositioned in a completely different area. Nope, never mind. You're still there. Looking at the wrong direction again. Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, at 20 kilometers, it's still not rendering. Like, I'm looking for the dots, but it was like 10, 15 kilometers in that one merge where I was locking with the GMX where I asked you if you were chaffing or not.
I mean, well,
that's the time you rendered in.
I did contrail for a little bit. Like when I was that close, I did contrail for a little bit, but I was also going almost Mach 2. Like you probably forgot. Like you probably didn't get an opportunity to fire missiles at me, so you literally just allowed me to keep speeding up towards you. Flankers mad. I said the people that tried to BVR against 27R with a fucking Sparrow and then cry on the forums. Hey, you know the funniest thing is there are some shitters on the forums that are just like crying and disappointed that the F-15A is not the BVR king as it's supposed to be, because in War Thunder is actually fighting against some planes that actually have some chance of fighting back. And then when they introduce the R-27ER, it's like, no, this missile is too OP, it doesn't allow me to LARP and be invincible in my American plane.
Yeah, American mains kind of forgot that in real life, their planes flew in airspace where like nothing could even shoot at them. Like they could just shoot, like they could just fly in a straight line and shoot at like, you know, MiG-21s that don't even have like...
MiG-21s, bro. MiG-21s with our 3Rs.
Not to mention they had like, the Iraqis had like MiG-23s that were literally like, their radar was replaced with a fucking cement inside of the nose. Because they were export versions. I'm not even making this up. Like, The reason for that was to obviously keep the counterweight for the aircraft, but like, you know, because they didn't opt in for the radar, like that's the kind of equipment they were fighting. Not to mention, you know, the training of the Iraqi pilots plus.
No,
the,
but they say it doesn't matter. A kill is a kill.
Yeah, real.
But then, I think I saw a fucking comment on Instagram when somebody pointed out that the MiG-31 is still undefeated in Ukraine, and he's like, well, he's shooting at fucking obsoletes, flankers, and downgraded MiG-29s and frogfoots, and like exactly.
It's almost as if all these planes are undefeated, you know, as long as they fight outdated shit. I mean, see, we saw a peer-to-peer engagement, right? Where a plane that was meant to be like super OP fought a peer-to-peer nation, and it kind of got a little piss, you know. It's the Rafale. I'm sure if the Rafale had fought, you know, Indian MiG-21s that were also obsolete, it would also be undefeated. But yeah, lo and behold, it actually fought, you know, a nation that had real hands, an actual peer-to-peer capability, and whoa, what happened? It died. Who would have thought? Yes.
My power just went out, and my PC is just alive because of UPS. So this is gonna be my last one.
Alright.
Like, I probably have around 1 minute before my PC shuts off completely.
Damn. Not enough chaff, anyone? I think you broke something important. Well, that's unfortunate that the Brazil decides to cut the power. But it is what it is.
I'm from Costa Rica, not Brazil, but same thing. Lol.
I see.
Same thing.
I thought you were Brazilian.
No, that's battery.
Ah, okay.
Oh, hold on. Power is back. Hold on. Power might be back. Yeah, well, my UPS stopped screaming, so we can continue if you want. Actually, you know, how about we do BVR duels? I'm gonna use something American, so you can just shit on it.
I mean, you're pretty good at vertical notching. I wouldn't be surprised if I died regardless. So, although I left the room, I mean, actually, I think, or is it you that left the room? Let's just recreate a new room. You can just invite me.
You're very good at vertical notching. Yeah, I created it.
I mean,
let me try another map.
I think vertical notching would have been developed regardless, either way, simply because, like, you know, anyone who, like, you know, understands that, oh, I can notch missiles against the sky, and, you know, if you then put it in a loop, you know, it suddenly, you can notch missiles from multiple angles, elevations, because you're basically covering an entire range of an arc with a loop.
Let's see, what should I use? The thing is, F-15 just has so fucking many missiles. I think my best choice is gonna be 15.
I can use the Su-27SM if you want. It's gonna be dog shit, but
yeah,
I can use that.
Oh, well, I can use 15C.
Yeah, we can do 27SM versus 15C type shit.
Yeah. Like, Flanker should be better at vertical notching, of course, because M120 is garbage.
Yeah, my only issue is gonna be using having to use the Jehemics all the time, and the thing not having a fucking radar that actually does anything for you.
Central, you're gonna be playing MiG-25 once it will be available. Probably, yeah, but the thing is, once the MiG-25 comes, everyone is gonna be flying the MiG-25, so I don't really know if I'll be able to find good lobbies with it. But sure, maybe once I get the plane, I spade it a little bit in NRB, and then maybe wait a few weeks for the hype to die a little bit. Actually, I wanna try out the 15C because it got buffed somewhere in the middle of this year, and it got a little bit better. It got a little bit better engine performance, at higher altitudes. So, and it also pulls harder, so it doesn't compress as much.
See.
So if you're like going very fast, even very high, you can still pull like 10, 11 Gs, which is very healthy. they haven't fixed this HMD. That's fucking disgusting.
Didn't even know the 15C in this game had an HMD.
Yeah, it has an HMD. It's not exactly like super duper goated, but it shows a little diamond of where your current target is in 3D space.
Nice.
But the diamond disappears if you zoom in or out. Just a lot of shit. And it also has like a little circle that displays the closest RWR contact and its correct direction and shit. And it's very useful, but it doesn't work either. It broke. And I made a bug report on it, and they have just given me the silent treatment, so.
Average Gaijin type shit, I guess.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that VR relocked. That's fucking hilarious.
I thought that the VR had already flew past me ages ago.
It's funny because I just happened to lock you to fire another missile. I didn't even like mean to do the fucking TWS. Funny.
Yeah, no, but I think I ended up picking up your first ER on radar, and I was already looking like, oh, it's already stalled out. It probably flew past me already, and nope. What's wrong with the HMD? So the SPI, which is this thing, and also the little diamond that shows up when you lock something, disappear if you zoom in. See? It disappears. And then it reappears a little bit after, but you zoom in again, it disappears. And also this little circle here, which is the RWR, directional RWR, doesn't work either. It's stuck in place. They broke it previous patch, and I made a bug report, and they haven't done jack shit, so.
Amazing.
The MiG-25 would be hilarious, but it literally doesn't really have a place in War Thunder. Nobody is ever gonna be flying that high.
Not to mention, you don't even have the necessary time to get up to speed with it, because it's supersonic, subsonic XL is dog shit.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, on the first iteration on the test server, it used to be like insanely fucking cracked, like holy fuck, this thing is even faster than the Rafale. But then they nerfed it, and now the actual goated acceleration only happens at around Mach 1.2 and above.
Yeah, something like that. I know I saw the same thing.
I'm gonna break your lock.
Flanker's biggest weakness.
Breaking the radar lock. And the radar is that garbage, dude.
Flanker radar trying not to be dog shit at the game challenge. Impossible.
To be honest, did you know that one of the main reasons I came up with vertical notching was because of how bad the Su-27SM radar was? So
I would not be surprised.
During previous year, this 27SM used to be far worse overall, entirely as a whole. So overall, this 27SM had to be used in a defensive way. So you will basically have to rely on HMD and wait for people to get close enough to you. And then I figured like, hey, if I actually do it this way. So I basically just started like kind of notching like that and cranking and going up and down and maintaining altitude advantage and so on. And then like I kind of ended up like subconsciously developing that kind of habit of, you know, notching with some verticality and whatnot. And then I ended up doing a BVR duel against Otters and Squish. And I ended up rinsing their shit so hard. They ended up, well, Squish called it vertical notching. He was the one that came up with the name. But yeah, after that I was like, hold on, this little maneuver I'm doing right now actually has like some advantages. And I kind of just ended up perfecting it really hard. and that's how I basically just came up with it. Here you can see you're basically just already fucking killed me. Oh, I survived that. I survived that.
Based. Man's a goat.
This plane is hilariously bad. But it's also Afghanistan. This thing is like very high altitude map, and you end up bleeding a lot more speed than you intend to. I don't have a lot of fuel left.
Me neither. Who's this Brian guy?
Who the fuck just flew past?
It was a fucking NPC.
I'm fucking cooked. I don't have flares. Fire 73, I die here. Yeah. Oh, what? Where is that thing going? Oh, messer damage. I'm still kind of alive. Not anymore. Yeah, I literally tried doing
the 120. Just you having the 120 already makes the fight so much easier because the missile is utterly garbage at doing
It's garbage.
Like,
it's not a Micah. It's not a Micah. Yeah, I literally tried to do that as perfectly, so to say, as I could, but the M120 just cocked me.
Yeah, like that was just literally the missile.
All they had to do is not touch gauge MCS, and somehow they still broke it. Yeah, the thing is, so they broke the American HMD, which is this one, and they also broke the HMD they put on the Kafir C10 and the Norwegian F-16, which is also copy-pasted from the American HMD, which is also the same HMD that the J10C right now has, so that one is also broken.
That's retarded, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're releasing a new plane into the game, at least make sure it fucking works.
No, fuck you. Sincerely, Gaijin.
Yep. Literally, fuck you type shit.
Man, I cannot believe there is currently a top tier F-15C with AIM-120s. It's literally the worst top tier in the game, along with the Hornet. But the thing is, at least the Hornet has some lift.
You wanna know the funny thing?
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, you know, like you see all these US planes crying, like, oh my god, they gotta give us that 15C. Like, the funny thing is, it doesn't matter what US 4th gen they add, it's gonna be dog shit too. Like, they can add an F-15 with ASA and shit like that. It's still gonna be dog shit. Why?
It's still gonna be dog shit, but at least an F-15EX would have some thumbs when it comes to kinematics. And that's usually enough to kind of reduce the reaction time of your opponent if you want to get them killed, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn. BVR just got their hands.
BVR is goated like that. Also, what speed and altitude do you spawn in?
I spawned it at like 5.5k, 5k meters.
Speed?
Thereabouts. Like what? I guess 900 or 1000 kph. I started accelerating immediately, so I'm guessing it's about 1000 IAS or something. I'll tell you precisely the parameters when I spawn in next time.
Yeah. I had a certifier 73 moment today, launched the Eurofighter head on, literally flew near the Eurofighter and just continued on its merry way. Yeah, servers have been eating shit ever since the batch drop, dude.
also, like, every time I like watch any like War Thunder short gets like recommended in my videos and in my YouTube, and it has something to do with the ER. The amount of crying I see from Bliggers about the ER is insane. Like, you guys must have traumatized these people, dude. Like, I literally every single time, it's like the butt. Like, I can literally smell the salt. Like, it's always some molding about the ER. Not even 77-1, like literally ER. I don't know what happened to these people, but they must have like gotten violated.
Well, you need to understand that
24/7.
during our 27ER era, the US had the absolute best planes by a long shot. And multipath was 100 meters, so everyone, because they had AIM-9Ms, which by the way were invisible completely. Like, they had an invisible Fox 2 that would require your entire flare supply to flare it if you actually knew it was coming, which 90% of the time you didn't. And they also had the most busted fly models in top tier. And they had 100 meters multipath, so they could safely stay on the deck and just force the merge with everyone. And the R27ER kind of coped. So, like, yeah, if you went up for some stupid reason, you would die to the 27ER. But that's it.
You guys cranking it?
Cranking
Yes,
it,
we're
yeah.
cranking.
In some BVR practice. Yod wanted to have a taste of vertical notching with Rafale, and he got he got a very aggressive.
It was just, it was crazy. But like, I just wanted to see, you know, Rafale max performed, because like I just want to know what it's like. I just want to know what, like, you know, what it actually looks like, because like I just don't know much about that plane. Because yeah, these shitters in EC just die, bro.
Yeah. That's yeah. Agree.
Mega agree.
Here, I'm gonna fire a second missile to prevent you from recommitting.
Yeah, Jot asked me to do it yesterday, but I have no European arts, so instead I like took the Hornet and just like did the funny shit. Oh my god.
Although we just did guns only deals, but that was also cancer, dude. 27SM versus F-15. That was also not fun at all.
It's like we're both trying to point at each other, but one just has thrust and the other one can just point, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it just ends up literally being like fuel fight, just like rolling scissors. Or it's like you just like at the start you just fucking like first or second turn you just like pull in and like hit a shot.
Straight up.
Literally. Could one of you stream, please? I would like
Sure.
That's not a lot of missiles. Too many missiles, in fact.
so many missiles.
It doesn't load before I went into the merge. It's over.
It's over.
Or is it?
Oh,
is it?
almost. Almost.
Or is it?
You can... Funnily enough, I think the slow speed performance of the 15C in stall fight is like okay because it's carried by the flaps, but yeah.
Right.
That's kind of just me starting on a better position, kind of.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Also, to be fair,
15C
the
was
flanker was heavily loaded. It's got 10 missiles on me. Didn't really fire a lot of them.
Fire a little bit more. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. I'm streaming.
fire more.
Yeah, so during our 27ER meta, well, quote-unquote meta, more like, I'm gonna cry because I'm not the best at BVR, like my US planes are supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. So during that time, again, US had the absolute best planes in top tier. They had the F-16s, they had the S-16C already with AIM-9Ms, and they had the F-15A, which was probably the most insanely oppressive plane you could ever fight against if you didn't kill them with the 27ER. So... Also, back then, you only had the SPO-15, which was not fully modeled, so the SPO-15 did not display range on your contacts. So if you got a ping to your left, you had no idea how far away the guy was. And if somebody tracked you with TWS, of course, you wouldn't know how far away he was. You would only get range indication if they hard lock you, which nobody smart would, because they had TWS and you don't, kind of. So they literally had the absolute best planes in the game in basically every single regard except for BVR. And even then, like, you just fucking notch the ER or multipath and the fucking microwave radar would still fail to acquire you properly. So I don't know, man.
The gulp is just...
Most of the crying is just, oh, my plane is not the best in the game anymore, man. I'm gonna cry.
The classic.
Oh no, I have to actually like think and like make the right decision. Oh, that's too hard.
Yeah, type shit, dude.
Like, I do kind of understand the go because 27ER is just significantly... Wow.
I went with time to fly, it's too fast. Too low.
Dude, I was at like 10,000 meters altitude, and even if I dived towards the deck, I don't think the plane would have accelerated to wing rip. That's how garbage this thing is. Like, it's decent at 13.7, it's decent, but holy fuck.
Garbage.
And then you also had the fucking Gripens, which also existed during that time. So, and also, like, you honestly, you do not have any idea how much more garbage the flanker fly model used to be.
Oh yeah, you came in during the good times. It used to be worse.
Yeah. Even if Su-27SM is garbage, it used to be worse. The fly model entirely.
It used to be a whole different. Yeah.
I remember you said that it would lose like all lift below 600 or something back then. Like, it would just sink, which it already does now. But if it was even worse than that, then Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to say to that.
Oh, we would just cope and seethe. And yet we'd still somehow kill the F-15A. Yeah.
Like every single time people ask me how did I get this good, I guess I just literally learned to play in order to enjoy my favorite plane. Like there's no other explanation. I literally just tried to get good at the fucking game because it was the only way I could enjoy my fucking flanker. And then ended up learning a fuck ton of shit because I had no other choice.
So real.
How have I not broken your lock yet?
Trying to gimbal max.
Oh.
And I paid the price for that. I should have pulled up a little bit, maybe. I was trying to do basically kinematically defeating the missile while holding lock.
Oh, that missile exploded like a kilometer behind my plane.
Damn.
You running BVRs with anyone? Well, right now I'm dealing with Job, but if somebody else wants to show up, sure.
Might want to do this later, maybe, but like, I don't know what. Maybe J11 versus something. J11B.
15E maybe.
Yeah. Oh. I'll likely still get rinsed because I'm not used to fighting actual people, but...
Bro is getting PTSD from the duels he fought against me and Squish. Like, I think a few months back, me and Squish just took Su-27S with 27ERs against anyone who wanted to show up with a different plane except Rafale and whatnot. So yeah, I think Cletus and Alice showed up with Hornets, 16Cs, 15Cs and whatnot. And they all ate shit. I didn't die a single time.
It's so scary, dude. It's so scary.
Alright guys, I gotta head out really quick.
If you actually sweat and lock in, you are fucking terrifying to do BVR against in anything. Ow, what the fuck just blew me up?
Why does the M120 have to be such a fucking sorry ass missile, dude? The fucking useless piece of shit.
Playing recon aggressively is so fucking funny in Battlefield 6.
It's a recon.
Oh shit though.
Takes me back. It takes me back.
I used to play a fuck ton of Battlefield back in the day as recon too. It's so goated. After you get
spot people through walls is hilarious. No, where did I pick that?
I actually went ripped again. Wow. This plane is too strong. Nerf flanker now, please. It's too good.
Holy fuck, this dude is throwing, goddamn.
Yeah, dude.
Since when do I stream for more than 20 minutes? Alright, I'm gonna fucking cut out the stream because this guy opened his mouth. Fuck all of you.
Oh, factoid. But you've got a recon drone in Battlefield 6 now, by the way, simply. And you can sort of dogfight other drones by flying above them and using the little electronic pulse thing it gets to just blow them up.
Nah, I didn't really like Battlefield.
F4 as well.
Didn't really like Battlefield 6 too much because the maps are too small.
The maps are fucking horrendous, dude. It's actually so boring. And also, everybody, I think this is like a problem with just modern games in general. Everybody plays like a bitch, dude. They all just, the first thing people do, right? Like, I die, and the first thing I see people do on a kill cam is just immediately sprint towards a corner. Sprint towards a corner and go run. It's like they're playing like Battle Royale or something, and they're trying desperately not to die. You can respawn, broski. Just fight people.
I blame the whole esports slop, like...
Esports, Battle Royale, games like Tarkov, I blame all of them.
Everyone is trying to play like they're gonna become the next esports champion. Like they think they're gonna make it. Like, bro, like you're not that guy. Like just chill out. Just fucking play the game. But yeah.
Like I can't even play this game chill anymore because if I want to compete with the fucking people that sweat this hard, I have to sweat. Or I have to put more effort into my playstyle instead of just doing funny shit on Battlefield.
Nah, shooters just got tiring for me for that reason. It's like...
Wow, you're coping, just play better. Holy fuck, you guys are crying.
Real.
True, not gonna lie. Now I need to drop 50 kills and only quarter camp. There needs to be a vertical notch that works against corner campers.
There probably is.
They need to bring back the Battlefield 4 fucking slide hopping, dude. That shit was so funny.
Battlefield 4 slide hopping, dude.
Battlefield 4 corner
some
slide
fucking
hopping.
autistic shit you could do with that.
Dude, that movement, oh my god, I loved it. It's Bradley here, I'm scared. Fuck, I should have taken C4, what am I doing? Could've killed him.
He's looping it, he is looping it.
Looping it.
Chat.
Oh, I'm looping it.
You lost to an American plane. You lost to an American plane. Wow.
It's just how it is.
You should like, well, you should fucking AI plane.
Wait, did I just shoot an AI plane?
You did.
Oh my god. There was an AI plane next to them that I was looking at. I was like, how did he fucking defeat the two that I shot? I guess it was the AI plane that fucking caught them. I powered chaff, bro.
You lost an American plane. I'm demoting you from purple.
Damn, it's over.
I don't want shitters being this bad in my server. Holy fuck.
I'm laughing, but I'm in
Can you imagine how sad the F-22 is gonna be with M120s?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be great.
Gonna be Rafale food.
I love the Kobe. It's gonna be Su-57 food.
Unironically, I think the Su-57 is gonna be so fucking strong, actually. If it's modeled to the same level of bullshit as everything else.
But you already know it's not gonna be. It's gonna be the fucking missile truck that the flanker get, you know, is... Because they think, oh, it has strong missile, it needs to be a missile truck.
I mean, they accepted a bunch of bug reports on the flanker lift, at least. And I think AOA as well. And
you know, dude, the worst thing about the flanker buff is that the information was in the manual this whole time. They just probably didn't even fucking bother to, you know, hey, this is a data point we can use. Let's fucking make sure it fits the fucking plane. Nope. Let's make sure we take it into consideration. Nope.
Nope. I think if I'm being very aggressively hopium about this, I'm kinda like expecting those changes to come at the same time as the J10C like buffs.
Well, we don't have a developer response yet.
No. I mean, it's been past the developers, so has the J10 stuff been, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, remember if it was like the community manager saying that they're looking into, like as a community manager looking into the J10C, or if the devs are looking into it. I don't remember.
There's a stray missile coming towards me. Help. Help.
Help me, Reagan. Help me, drop.
It's like my radar picked up a missile that's going like Mach 1 right in front of me. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's a U. Okay.
Kill this communist in the flanker. Kill him. Kill the communist. Go, my M120. Go. Kill the communist. Wow, these missiles are dog shit, dude.
Communism strong.
Would have been wild, that thing pulled.
That looks so good. It looked like it was pulling just fine.
I wish it was pulling him. I wonder, will this one pull in?
Maybe. No, it's not 70. Actually,
that thing is, those things are garbage. God damn.
sad as you nearly get slimed out by it.
Okay, guys. My off-road missile will track.
No.
Damn. R73 actually tracking? Is this real, chat?
R-73 not getting one flare?
It's impossible.
I still don't get how people
All right.
make the R-73 not get one flare done. I genuinely don't understand them.
Literally just out of
so
burner, I think. That's it.
Oh,
The missile just goes blind. Like, just go out of burner for 1 second. Like, the most egregious part is Rafale dying to R-73. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I had a Rafale die to a 6 kilometer PL8 yesterday.
Based?
You know, there is one thing.
He was just looping on the deck and I just shot it at him.
There is one thing. Is the only weakness for vertical notchers is the M9M.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So if you keep doing exactly what you did on that merge, and I launch 9M at you, you die. So that's what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was expecting. I was expecting 9Ms. That's why I was flirting and chuffing.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I don't use 9Ms in EC. I only use Fox trees. I find more utility on them.
Oh wait,
and also,
right, yeah, because Eagle has to sacrifice Fox trees. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's the 9M is also kind of glorp shit. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's low-key cancer though. Like not even low-key, it's high-key cancer to fight.
It's like, oh, there's a fucking missile, you have to spend your entire flare supply to kind of maybe get a chance to defeat it. Fuck you.
Yep, and the R-73, you just cut burner, pop a few flares, and oh, bye.
Yeah, 73 is only...
Have a great time.
I think 73 is mostly dangerous against planes that have 2 engines, just because they're hotter. But if you want to deal with 73, you just fly the Gripen, go. There you go.
Oh, dude.
Gripping my balls.
You saw what the video Alex made, right, about like Militan? About him like fucking just not letting a lobby close that me and him were in. Like all he was doing was just abusing the fucking BLL pods in the F-15 with multipath. Like it doesn't matter if he sucked at notching, if he accidentally went into a notch or any like adverse conditions for a missile, it would just immediately go for the BOL pods because there was just so much fucking countermeasures in the air at all times.
Operation Find Yacht. I lost visual. Oh, there he is.
So have I. Uh-oh. Bonk.
Wow, wow, you died to an American missile!
No. Time to uninstall the game.
Uninstall, uninstall, uninstall.
It's over.
Well, I'll do a few more and I'll go get lunch. I literally just woke up. I don't even remember what I ate. I probably... What the fuck did I have for breakfast? It was like a fucking cracker cookie with some margarine and strawberry jam.
It's low-key good as fuck though.
You know, this is something I didn't really notice about my country. Is that for some reason, margarine is heavily more marketed instead of butter. And I just figure, hey,
it's cheaper.
and I figure my country produces a fuck ton of palm oil, so vegetable oil. comes from there. And I was like, maybe that's the reason.
Yep.
Perhaps.
And anyway, I actually prefer the taste of margarine a lot more than the taste of butter in stuff like bread or crackers. So far, I think I only use butter for like actual cooking.
Might also just be the quality of butter. Like, I don't know what...
Oh, it's really high quality. Like, there is like a super massive mega corporation in here called Dos Pinos, which translates to 2 pines. It's all over Latin America, especially like Central America, all the way north to Mexico. Like, it's really, really high quality brand. Overall, insanely high quality. But I don't know. I just...
Like, noticeable with butter. If it's bad quality butter, it just tastes really fucking bad. If you're just gonna eat it as like putting on a slice of bread. But if you have a really nice, like, I don't know, like, I loathe to say it, but like nice French butter, if you put that shit on good bread and it's like a little melty because it's toasted bread, that is unironically so good, especially if it's salted.
Found him. Kill. He's multipathing.
Yes. I'm multipathing.
So he's retarded. Ban him from the server. Mods. Kill his ass. Oh wait, no, this is not you. I just shut up fucking AI. I was like, oh, it's multipathing. Kill him. Oh, okay, I think I know what happened. Never mind.
Oh no.
No, I know what happened. Like, I think I ended up aiming my radar to where he actually was, but I was in TWS head on, so that probably is why I didn't pick him up. Imagine losing visual on American plane.
How do you lose?
That's me.
Wait, it's a fucking fat pig?
How do you lose visual on something the size of your bomb, bro? It's crazy.
Just do it from the fucking get-go, bro. That's me.
Oh, true. Don't even see them in the first place.
Oh, that's unironically what happens to me.
9M, soon. 9M, just
Come
let me
on.
go ahead.
Was blacked out.
No. Oh, yacht.
Oh, fucking hell, 9M. God damn it. I should have known it. I should have known. I should have played.
Told you, that's the only weakness of vertical notch that you could probably see on a lot of my footage. Like, every single time I get an American plane very close and I'm vertical notching, I just drop throttle and I start dropping altitude. So one of the parts I do my vertical notching, or like my half loop downwards, is because I got throttle and I need to maintain some of my speed. So if you got throttle, you can prevent the 9M launch, kind of. So I think you could probably see it on the latest video I made on the J10, just aura farming. Like on around the minute number 2, I'm just kind of shooting at an F2 LARPing, and then I get a fucking F-15 very close to me. I got burner and I start going down, and I think the guy got a little bit too tunnel visioned trying to get the 9M off, and he didn't react at all. So that's kind of how you can maybe get into their head. So usually when you're vertical notching people and you haven't launched at them, so they're just flying straight head on towards you, sometimes they just get a little bit too tunnel vision trying to get the 9M off. But if you're flaring and you have drop throttle, they only get a log from within like maybe 3 kilometers, which is literally point blank. They're just gonna fucking explode if you counter fire in time.
Yeah, that's crazy. That it's that low when you're flaring and out of burner. I didn't know that. I didn't think there would be such a stark difference between the like the lock range between mill power and flaring and just AB in this game. But I guess there is.
Yeah, against But if I'm vertical notching, I think like one of the bigger threats I face is just the 9M. Because I'm vertical notching, of course, I'm gonna be flying sideways, and silent aspect is the most dangerous for 9M. You're just gonna eat shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have a good idea why I'm having a little bit of trouble breaking your lock. Is that I'm maneuvering at high altitude and my plane is pulling AOA, so I'm not necessarily in the notch even in my RWR says so.
Yeah.
I just kind of felt it. I felt the AOA. And I was like, that's probably why. There's a communist in the clouds. Kill him. Go, mine 120. Go. Your missiles missed. Have you maybe told your favorite country to make better stuff next time?
Yeah, dude. Fucking dog shit ass engineers. They're all gonna get sent to the gulag now.
Watch him just fucking slap me in the face with a fucking ET I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I should have probably bought ETs against this shit. But the ET lock range into this is dog shit anyway, so I don't know.
It kinda is, yeah. Go kill the communist.
I tried to be too cloudy. I should not be that cloudy. I tried to do like some super sneaky, like quickly like recommit just a little bit, get HMD lock and fire thing while the missile was already too close, and yeah, that was it.
America stays on top. No, this thing is so garbage, dude.
Nah, dude, you don't understand. The American Eagle is just based because it's 1040. It's not undefeated plane IRL.
Undefeated. Let me try a couple rounds with the 16C. I'm gonna have less missiles, but fuck it, we ball. If we merge, I win.
Isn't the 16C not that good in the merge?
It is decent. It's decent. It has good SCP. So you can just basically just monkey pull very efficiently.
Makes sense.
It's also very fast. Who DM'd me? Pizza. Hi, I'll BVR. Sure. Where's pizza? Where's pizza? I don't have IMR pizza. IMR pizza.
When J11B versus F-15?
Say again?
When J11B versus F-15E?
I don't know, maybe later. I'm gonna go for launch after this.
True. I need to eat my Chinese food. Can't let it get cold.
Like the F-15 is bad, but the F-16C is kind of like a jack of all trades that is like very comfortably decent at everything, if that makes sense. And in a dogfight, it also has decent thumbs. If you manage your fuel and you can maybe have a good timing of merging at low enough fuel state, it kind of has hands because the SCP is really good.
I see.
So energy retention while pulling is actually pretty decent. And the cockpit is great. Aiming the guns is incredibly easy, so you charge red fight and you give me an opportunity for a deflection shot, like, while offsetting and whatnot. That deflection is gonna be really dangerous against Vulcan, especially on this plane. So,
Right.
it's pretty decent. I like it. It's a very comfortable plane to fly.
Just like the F-16 in DCS.
Oh, your friendly crashed. Call him a retard. That should prevent him from doing it
I
again.
will, bro. Are Are you sure about that, Jonesy? I mean, okay, missiles refuse to fire. Based. No, you don't want to fire. Okay, fine. It is what it is.
It is what it is. The shitter is multi-pathing.
Multi-passing.
He's a coward. He's not playing War Thunder correctly.
Not very based of you, sir, to launch that AMRAAM at me like that. What? I didn't notch that? Bruh, that's gay.
I mean, that literally came from your 6. Like in my radar, you were not even nudging. You were kind of like going cold.
Really? From my POV, it was fucking like 90 degree, dude.
Where's
it was
pizza?
Just the way I was angled. But
Oh, I'm sorry. I think Jay ended up sending me a DM. I probably saw it too late. I apologize. How's the Block 15? Well, it's decent. It has a really fucking busted flight model for dogfighting. But like overall, if we're talking about like Fox 3, then 16C is in my opinion better. Because the flight model is also just like decent enough, and you don't necessarily fight against overpowered shit. Hello,
what's
Yavin.
the BR of the 16C? Is it 13.7 or 13.3?
13.7. The 16 ADF is the one 13.3. So it's a Block 15. It has a slightly worse engine. The flight model is better because it's lighter. It doesn't have HMD and has very low countermeasures.
I see.
So for 13.3 is really strong. That's the plane I was playing yesterday.
What plane?
The ADF, 16 ADF. For 13.3 is pretty good.
Why did they give it AMRAAMs? Why did they give that shit AMRAAMs, bro?
Oh no, why not? Oh, I know why. I know why. Because they introduced premium flankers.
I guess, but they can't give BR20. But they can't make the Su-27A like a lower BR. Like holy shit.
No, thank you. We don't need any more compression. That's stupid.
Bro, at this point, bro, the Su-27 is gonna be fighting F-22s. At this point, bro.
And still win.
Oh, you're still gonna win.
Low key.
You do not understand just how much better the F-22 is gonna be compared to the people flying it.
Yeah. I'm currently going 12-1 in a sim game right now, so I'm just chilling. And
what plan are you playing?
SM2.
Oh, that's gay.
I might join with Mirage if your lobby is. Actually, what game are you on? Rocky Canyon or?
It's the Sinai. There's 4 players in right now on the enemy team.
There's only 5 players on the enemy team, but it doesn't have Charlie in here. My goat is washed. He's not here.
My goat is. I'm not washed.
My goat is washed. My goat is washed. He's not letting me join. It's over. It's over.
Nah, the SM2 is fucking retarded, man. This shit is stupid. like to the point, it's gone to the way where I'm so confident in the radar. If there's nothing on radar, there's nothing on the map. That's how confident I am in the radar. If it's not on radar, it's not there.
Dude, I cannot really.
It's that good.
Dude, I cannot imagine the Russians actually making a fucking good radar because of their probable, very likely lack of AWACS. So they had to put a fucking good thing on their air superiority planes.
Yeah, to put the AWACS on their planes. That's what they had to do, bro.
They are literally their own AWACS.
I mean, it's a viable thing, right? Like, instead of having like vulnerable, big, fat AWACSs, right? Why not just have your planes be the AWACSs, your fighters, which can actually defend the missiles and are maneuverable and survivable?
I'm pretty sure the radar on the SC-30 might be bigger than the L-33. Like the small little tank. I think the radar might be bigger than that tank. Like
in the context of fucking, what do you call it? These fucking, AWACS or like AWACS killer missiles.
No!
Like, do you really
No!
want
Fuck you! 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 Fuck you!
AWACS? Die.
Officer, fuck you.
Haha.
This cyanide isn't even
My
showing
blade
up, bro.
does.
No! 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 No!
Yeah, I might start playing Super Hornet, bro. Red Force too easy. I might start playing the Super Hornet.
Fucking snorting it, dude. Holy shit.
No, the Super Hornet's looking kind of fire. It's good looking. I love the Super Hornet. I love the way it looks, but
Hornet's so fast.
I mean, well, you're... Yeah, I guess that's only valid for you because you're gay.
True.
What? What? No.
This
no.
motherfucker really called the Super Hornet good looking. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna
I
go
love
eat.
the Super Hornet.
Nah, keep
Alright,
yourself safe.
Snorted, bro.
Keep yourself
Stupid
safe. Keep
snorted.
yourself safe.
True.
Man, actually,
the
hold on.
band challenge.
Let me test drive the SM2 real quick, cause man, just looking at how fucking busted this radar is oh.
Dude,
Oh.
your cyanide game is not even showing up in like the fucking like unavailable games, bro. You might be in a split lobby.
I'm on European servers too. I think it's a European. I'm on European.
Like,
Yeah,
are you
I'm on the
are
EU
you
server
looking
right
at
now.
this, yacht?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking.
Do
at
you
it.
do you even
It's
understand just how incredibly busted this feels?
crazy. Bro, I know. Like, you don't even have to turn in. You just fucking look at the guy like, yeah, bitch, die. Type shit.
Yeah, also the HMD. Yeah, the fucking the
Oh yeah, I found
fucking
it.
helmet mounted like HMS PD, bro. It's so broken, bro.
This
What
is
is
so.
Or the J10C.
This is
I
literally
can launch from.
like. Gotta be honest. This is
Rafale,
literally
stupid.
the plane I was not expecting at all to come this patch whatsoever. Because might as well just fucking give us the Su-35. It's the exact same shit, but except with better
lighter.
RWR, MOS, and laser warning receiver, which everyone else is getting. So I don't see the fucking point.
Yeah,
Get it
I mean,
next
and it's like,
month,
this is already
next
top one. This is already top one. Like, just the
Yeah.
radar alone makes it top 3, but with everything else it has, it's top 1.
Fucking yo, but J10C might be getting PL12A, which is just the 77-1 for PL12s.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chinese, so
I
it's
guess,
better.
J10C, woo, wow, bro.
Better
So excited.
gimbal, maybe WS10B eventually.
Is that the radar, or
The engines. Better fuel consumption
Okay.
if that bug report goes through. Better drag if they fix it. Like it's
Nothing's actually gonna make the turn though.
No,
Probably won't. I was going too fast.
I'm gonna be posting
J10C not maneuverable at all? Like, I don't know, like, is it? I don't think it's
It's
worse than that
basically-
SP30.
No, but it's like comparable to F-16A versus F-16C. I'm pretty sure that's how people described it.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, what the ain't no way it's that bad.
Right now it is because engine and the
Damn,
drag on
bro.
it is really bad apparently.
F16A to F16C level bad? Wow, bro.
One of the main reasons I was not expecting the SM2 to even come to the game is that with a proper flight model, the Su-30SM would still be kind of king of top tier. So I don't think the SM2 was even necessary, like, at all. Like,
Yeah,
hey, well,
S2 was already top
they
5.
said they plan to give every single nation like their own ASA radars and shit. Like, well, kind of the 30SM already has that, and the radar is really fucking good to begin with. So what the fuck is the SM2 even doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's a show of goodwill. Maybe it's a show of goodwill.
It's like like even with the SE30, it felt like I had a fucking Eye of Sauron. It felt like I had just I don't know wall hacks. But now with this, it feels like I have wall hacks and fucking aimbot. I like wherever I look, I know where someone is. It's stupid.
Well, everyone is now fully aware how competent Russia is at making good planes because, War Thunder is 100% accurate. So everything that is good in War Thunder is also good in real life and vice versa. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
wow.
That's why Russia's still at war with Ukraine. Fucking 3 years later.
Imagine listening to a plane with no lift. Hello? Hello? Imagine losing...
it's
Crazy, bro.
Imagine dying to a missile that is literally a flying air brake and has a fucking parachute in the back. Are you stupid? Alright. I'm gonna call this stream here. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Right, thank you guys for sticking around. And sorry, Jay, if I didn't see your ping earlier. I was probably a little bit too focused dueling yacht, so sorry. Next time. Let's see if anyone else has some yapping or questions. Well, for sure, the rifle is struggling so hard in this environment with the whole 9-kilometer contrail thing. Dude, Yacht literally pinged me and asked me to give him a taste of what Rafale is like in BVR, and he got it. Like, he only killed me once. Like, I probably underestimated the acceleration of the 77, and then, like, he fucking exploded every single other time. Nobody expected the SM2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really don't understand why this thing came. Like, the Su-30SM is literally the exact same thing, just with a different radar, which isn't bad to begin with, and a different engines. But even then, like, the Su-30SM, when it got buffed recently, it received a little bit of thrust buff to its engines. It's actually pretty fucking good, so I really don't get the point of why they introduced this thing. Like, they took the best missile slinger in the entire game and just made it like 3 times better. I mean, I guess I'm kind of not complaining, but you know, like, top tier is already a brain rot as it is, and then they introduce this thing, which I guess the fucking notching while firing missiles isn't like super duper that prevalent, but at the same time, it kind of allows you to make sure a particular player just fucking dies. And also, you can just fire missiles from the notch. Like, you're basically invincible, and they are forced to react to your missiles because 77-1 is just that cracked. What else? Super Hornet is garbage. Every single American plane is literal garbage, except I think the most decent one is gonna be the F-15C, just because it's a missile truck, but it's the missile truck with the worst missiles in the game. I think 15E might be the best American plane they currently have, because at least this one is fun and it has something to offer, which is a lot of speed. And you have CAS loadouts, which are actually really fun if you want to actually win the match and contribute to your team. Everything else, and it's just fucking mid. I guess 15C and 16C are very good at 13.7. Like, once again, 13.7 is probably the most balanced bracket. Super Hornet, well, it was bound to come, but holy fuck, this thing is, yeah, it's garbage. Like, the Hornet was already garbage, the Super Hornet is even more turbo garbage, but with better avionics, and doesn't even have moss, lol. Fucking Americans. Germany, Italy, and Britain receive an Eurofighter with ASA and 2 extra missiles, so, like, cool. Well, the plane is pretty good. It's pretty competitive, but held back by the missiles only. Has great avionics. At least the German one now has IRST, which is really fucking useful, I'm gonna lie. What else? Well, the SM2 for Russia. NKM for Japan, which is hilarious, but might actually be really fucking cool, since it's a minor nation. You can play this thing on blue if you want, and fight against the fucking horde. What's the camouflage on this thing? No, I prefer this one. It has the slightly older engines, the same as DSM, but this one has moss and a better RWR, so it's immediately better. Gripen E, it's decent at best. It's not a Eurofighter in terms of fly model, but at least it has 9 missiles, which is decent. Has great avionics too, so I think it's gonna be pretty fun to play with. Rafale is the Rafale. Every single one of you is familiar with the Rafale. J10C, I'm actually looking forward to get this thing, but at the same time, I'm not really like in the loop on how cocked or underperforming this thing is. The engine is already pretty good, but I don't really know how much better the WS-10B is gonna be. Radar got nerfed. It doesn't have like the super turbo gimbal, which it did momentarily during dev server, so I don't know what the fuck Gaijin is doing. Man, I don't know. I don't feel particularly excited to grind any of the new stuff, because I'm not necessarily a super fan of top tier that much anymore. And also I just rather just wait for 13.7 days, which is a much more balanced and fun bracket with less brain rot, and Rafales are not there. Oh look, Israel didn't get anything. Fuck them. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting patch because finally every single nation is getting something a little bit closer to Rafale. So Rafale is still the best player in the game, but the margins are a lot smaller. F-20, true, that's literally the only good flight model they have in top tier. Let's see, F-20. I think I've flown with it. I think the flight model is like decent-ish. Hornet is very good for slow speed, but nobody else. I haven't seen absolutely anyone in this community that knows how to fly a Hornet, except maybe you, Fly Risk. And I'm pretty sure you could easily improve your gameplay on this thing if you dueled. But literally, I think it's a very, very, very good fly model for slow speeds, but the thing is, I would consider slow speed fighting to require a little bit more skill, because sometimes you only get one single opportunity for your slow speed approach, and if you don't make it count, you eat shit. Kind of like the flanker. So, good fly models. The Hornet is not particularly good for top tier. Maybe if it was 13.7, but it also has way too many missiles for that BVR. So, yeah, America doesn't really have anything for top tier, to be honest. 16C is kind of like the only thing that is decent, good at best, but it's at 13.7. Golden Eagle is garbage. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you guys something, just so you guys know how fucking garbage the F-15 is. I'm gonna go to StatShark. I'm gonna go to the flight model calculator, and I'm gonna get the flight model of the 15C Golden Eagle, and I'm gonna compare it to the MiG-29. Get here, turn performance. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just gonna go calculate, and you can get an idea how fucking bad this thing is. Yeah, there we go. So this solid line on the outside is called the lift boundary. It basically determines like the absolute maximum capabilities of the plane in terms of instantaneous turn. It's basically what determines the instantaneous turn. So at the very peak, it's a little bit better than the MiG-29 because it can pull up to 15 Gs apparently. But then the SEP basically determines like your speed bleed while pulling, and you can see it's actually worse than the MiG-29. So this means that once you get below 750, you're gonna be bleeding a lot more speed than the MiG-29. Not necessarily that much more, but definitely more. Gain rates are worse. You can see SEP0 is the sustained turn rate, is worse than the MiG-29. SCP minus 300 is worse than the MiG-29. This is worse than the MiG-29 at slow speeds altogether. So America literally has a MiG-29 flight model that is actually even worse at slow speeds. And there you go. US mains nerfed by the Internation, mostly skipping Gen 4.5. Well, because they are convinced themselves that they are the greatest nation on Earth and they don't need to upgrade anything. Also, they created the F-22, which is basically a stealthy MiG-31. And even that thing, when it comes to war, is gonna be hilariously bad. I can fucking bet. But yeah, I think American planes would be really decent, probably really good, if the Eurocanards were not as bullshit as Gaijin made them. So, like, if you're not flying the Rafale, or if you're not flying a Eurofighter, or at the very least, if you're not flying a Gripen E, like, your flight model is just gonna be absolute dog shit. Everything else is just worse than Eurocanards overall. Like, that's just how fucking busted these flight models are. Like, you take a look at something like the Mirage 2000, and you will be like, hey, well, this is a triangle. Triangles are very well known for having tremendous amount of lift, but they lose a lot of speed, and they cannot rate fight. So their only trick is to get slow and beat the target while slow before he gets away. And they're really good at it. But triangles are triangles. Every single one of us know that triangle fly models do not retain energy very well. Oh, but hold on. Let him cook. What happens when you put smaller triangles in front of a bigger triangle? You would get the best rate fighter in the game, and the best high-speed plane, and the best medium-speed plane, and the best slow-speed plane, and the best AoA fighting, stealth fighting plane in the game. So, yeah, well, I don't know. I guess the plane is definitely carried by the engines, but the fact that a fucking triangle is the absolute best flying model in every single flight regime and speed range is just questionable, to say the least. So every single nation that doesn't have Yurkanards just kind of got cooked, and that's it. Even the J-10 doesn't really compare to the other Yurkanards. Like, the fly model is similar, but this thing doesn't really look like pulling Gs or AoA, so it kind of is similar, but not really. Is very yikes. Would be fun if they will add early F-22 with only AIM-9s. No, that would be fucking stupid, because it would be kind of similar as saying, man, the Gripen A should be 12-3 if you remove all the missiles. Like, yes, it's gonna be balanced in your mind, but it's literally just gonna stomp absolutely everything you merge with. So, no, good in theory, but nope. Planes need to have some counterpart. And that's something that Gaijin did not do particularly well this year with this fucking piece of shit here. So, imagine, for example, if they introduced like variable BRs, where you could play at a lower BR if you take no missiles. Like, imagine if you could take the fucking Rafale to 13.3 or 13.7 just because you have guns only. You will still kind of mog a lot of shit. Use multipath for the force the marriage and win. I'm pretty sure a lot of things are gonna change regarding the meta. There's a few mechanics like ECM, maybe data link or some other stuff that Gaijin is gonna introduce for 5th gens. But as it stands on the current meta and the current performance of every single Fox 3 in the game, if the F-22 was to come to the game like today, right now, it would be dog shit. It would literally be an F-15E with a little bit of stealth and a better radar, and that's it. Like, fly model will be absolutely fantastic, but well, your missiles are garbage. And I don't think it's gonna be very enjoyable, like flying something that is just more garbage than everything else. Not necessarily because the hardware is bad, because the M120 still has like a decent advantage when it comes to range. But because, well, fucking meta nowadays is just fucking notch point blank and fire missiles from the HND. And by the way, the F-22 doesn't even have HND unless they introduce like a very modern variant of like 2018 or something. Yeah. Top tier right now, well, this whole year has kind of looked pretty bleak. And I think one of the main reasons I really dislike top tier is because there's barely any people to shoot at. Like, I have been spoiled by getting so many kills from last year because Blue 4 was so populated that it was actually fun. So playing Su-27SM last year was at least fun because it was a fucking challenge and you always had people to shoot at. But this year, there's been many occasions where I just tried to play Su-30SM and the entirety of the enemy team leaves on the very first sortie. So, it's a fucking waste of time. YF-23 is supposedly where it's at anyways for dogfighting. I think a few people have said to me that the YF-23 is far better than the F-22 when it comes to the actual things the US government actually wanted. But they ended up going for the F-22 anyway, and I don't remember the exact reason, but I remember from the leaks that were released last year, or probably early this year, I don't remember. But somebody said that Gaijin is working on the YF-23, which is a prototype and a proposal, basically, which is like interesting because that kind of breaks one of Gaijin's rules of not adding prototypes. And at the same time, if they add the YF-23, it also adds the possibility that Gaijin might add the Su-47. Who knows? I think YF-23 might be even more scary than the F-22 overall. It's a lot more stealthy. And apparently the YF-23 can pull 70 degrees of AOA. Su-30SM? Hopefully, maybe. Who knows? They probably make it a fucking event vehicle in the future. That'll be fucking busted. Wow, look at all that lift. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at this. Look at this thrust vectoring shenanigans. Look how much lift. Look how much superiority this thing has in a dogfight. I'm falling over my ass right now. So exciting. Whee! Like how can I be excited to fly something like this, man? I already did my community servers playing flankers this year. How many matches did I play? I think my performance on the 30SM is actually really fucking cracked, to be honest, so it's not like, hey, you're crying about a fucking plane you never really played. But I did. What's my performance on this thing? Let me actually also give you a hint of why I'm kind of a boomer right now when it comes to new top tier. So Su-30SM, I actually have a better KD in the 30SM than in the Rafale, surprisingly. So I have 2,312 kills in total, and I've only died 318 times. That gives me a KD of 7.27. And in the Rafale, also because I think I play the Rafale far more aggressively and more carelessly, I die a little bit more often. So my KD on the 30SM is even better. But then if we compare kills per battle, I have 2,312 kills divided by 89 matches. I'm getting an average of around 26 kills per match, which is still like decent. But if we take a look at what my performance on the Su-27SM is from last year, it says I have 5,695 kills divided by 181 matches. I have an average of 31.5 kills per battle in a worse plane on previous year during fucking American meta. So last year there was a gigantic more amount of people to shoot at. Lobbies were a lot more populated. And even though it was a fucking struggle, at least it was fun. But now this year is like, hey, well, you killed a little bit too many people too quickly, now the entire lobby melts. So even in the Rafale and the Su-30, which are significantly better planes, I'm getting far less kills per battle. Because Blue 4 is just that dog shit. So a lot of times my experience playing top tier this whole year has been, oh, there's a lobby with like 7 versus 7. You join, you take off, and on the very first sortie, it goes down to 3 versus 3. You kill those last 3 guys once and they leave. And the match is over. So that's why I'm not really particularly interested in flying top tier at least as much nowadays. As a matter of fact, I think I have a lot more fun just playing 11.0, 11.3 or 11.7 because there's a bunch of Sombers. And even if the Sombers are actually fucking stupid, at least you get a lot of them to shoot at and you can make them mauled, which is funny. And also the planes are not like super duper brain dead and you actually have to use your brain a little bit. So It's a little bit more rewarding. I actually have a lot more fun playing this VR. Or the Jack 141. Where's my Jack? Oh, it's 12. Oh, it's 13.0 today. So I would be facing some Fox 3 slingers in a plane that has SPO 15, so that's not gonna be very fun. I miss Su-27SM being dog shit. 5v1 every scenario, yeah. I miss the challenge of it. I really miss the challenge of it. That's why I've been a fucking boomer this whole year. I literally was spoiled by the amount of people I was able to kill last year. Like, you would just get so much fucking action, even if you were massively outnumbered. It was always satisfying to kill people in a fucking worse plane. Because you gotta remember, this thing was worse last year. Remember this thing on January this year, it got buffed. Remember the artificial flight model buff they gave it? Which they also buffed the Su-27SM with better engines. Yeah, that wasn't the case last year. This thing was a lot more dog shit. And we were still winning. As a matter of fact, I think with my performance being so fucking insane on the 27SM, my win rate is still not really that fantastic. Even on the normal 27. Actually, what's my performance on the normal 27? I barely even play this thing nowadays. So it's 1,713 kills in a total of 398 deaths. Even on this thing during its prime, I had a really fucking busted KD, which is insane. Yeah. Like right now, my favorite top tier BR is just 13.7 at most. Or maybe a few times here and there when I play something like the 15E or whatnot. But yeah. Top tier in its current state, with the current balance, with the current mechanics and the current maps. And, hold on. Everyone and their fucking mothers just spamming Denmark everywhere. Actually surprised there's a few maps with terrain, but oh look. You wanna play top tier? Blue is eating shit. Vietnam, blue is eating shit. Rocky Canyon, blue is eating shit. Port Moresby, I don't know why people are playing this dog shit map to begin with, but you know. Tunisia, wow, look at all the action on blue. Nobody wants to play blue. Understandably, I'm not gonna blame them too hard, but yeah, fucking planes are dog shit. Spain, surprise Mustang is not here. Denmark, yet another Denmark. Another Tunisia. Afghanistan, blue is eating shit. Winter Stalingrad, blue is eating shit. Denmark, blue is eating shit. Afghanistan, I mean, this shit looks really fucking bleak. Like, how am I supposed to feel excited to play the SM or the SM2 if every single lobby is gonna look like that? Hey Sin, did they remove IAFF from the Rafale? Yes, they did. Yes, they gave the Rafale a different HMD. And it doesn't have IFF anymore. But I don't really think it matters because you can just do this. So if you have a good keybind setup and you have quick thumbs to press all the keybinds you need, if you see a black dot like this, you can just lock them with IRST, slave it to the targeting pod, and you can IFF visually this way. Right. Where's the other plane? There was another plane somewhere in here, but you don't have IFF anymore. But if you see a black dot, you can just fucking lock them with the IRST and slave the targeting pod to whatever you're looking at. So that's one way to do it. And the thing is, I think the HMD with IFF is not as valuable as it used to be ever since they changed the contrail altitudes. Because before contrails, it was a lot easier to spot the black dots because you would easily expect people to fly at a certain altitude. So, you know, if somebody's in the contrails, they're very easy to spot. But if you end up finding a black dot at lower altitudes, you can just IFF them immediately. Well, now because the contrail altitude is so high, that means the players overall are spread out a lot more. And visual acquisition is a little bit more difficult. At the same time, you have fucking ASA radar, which is insanely fucking good. So, yeah. It's kind of a bummer, because there are some situations where you really need the immediate assessment to know what you have to do, like in a furball or something. There's a friendly asking for help, and you need to know which one actually is the enemy. But, yeah, it doesn't have AFF anymore. I believe somebody made a bug report that it's supposed to have it. But, I don't know. I don't know what happened to that bug report to begin with. Su-27SM is like the best raid fighting flanker. It's so good. Now, I don't know if the new SM2 is better at energy. No, the better raid fighting flanker is gonna be the J11B. But the 27SM is not really that far behind, and also 27SM is better at slower speeds. And on top of that, you get 73s. So, J11B, you basically just have to rely on your guns actually hitting the target, because otherwise you're kind of cooked. The way how they force newer or copy-paste jets is hilarious. I'm still missing entire Soviet helicopters, like, even though they will suck. Well, this patch, they just copy-pasted everything. Let's have a quick look again. So, Super Hornet is kind of just different enough to where I don't think it's necessarily copy-paste, because there's a fuck ton of physical differences. So, it's kind of like a new plane. Hornets have been copy-pasted into every single tech tree this year. F-15C and F-15E are kind of copy-pasted. They just alter the cockpit. This one has been copy-pasted for sure from the previous F-15, with some minor tweaks on the textures and colors. F-16 is already another plane that has been copy-pasted everywhere. Eurofighters are copy-pasted into 3 different tech trees. MiG-29 has also been copy-pasted into different nations, and Italy now has a premium. Russia, the Su-30SM2 is literally copy-pasted from the SM, and that's probably the reason why we didn't get the Su-35, because they're so fucking lazy to just make a new flight model, or a new 3D model, I mean. What else did they copy-paste? Oh, they copy-pasted the Su-30 Premium, and they just put it on China. They also copy-pasted the Su-30SM in the form of the AKM in Japan. Britain, well, here's another Hornet. Literally what I just said. Another Typhoon, which is also copy-pasted. The Gripen, which is also copy-pasted for 2 entire years. J10C was also copy-pasted from the J10A, because they didn't even bother updating the feathers for the engine. They just put a fucking IRST on that, which I believe this kind of thingy IRST has been copy-pasted from another plane too. What else have they copy-pasted? Oh well, look, another flanker has been copy-pasted too. They copy-pasted the Mirage 2000 into it. Italy, AV-8B, which has also been copy-pasted in America and Britain. A Gripen, a MiG-29, a Eurofighter, a bunch of F-16s. France, they copy-pasted the Rafale into another Rafale, and they just give it a different landing gear. Wow. So much innovation. Oh look, another F-16. Sweden. This one is also a little bit more different. I believe it has a bigger surface area and the wings are larger. I think these pylons are also a little bit different. Has an IRST. I think this one is like, okay, yeah, well, they copy-pasted, but not really. Oh look, another Hornet. Israel. This entire tech tree is a literal copy-paste. I don't know. Like, the only new flight model, or like actually new plane they have introduced, is probably the MiG-25. And maybe the Super Hornet and the Gripen E, which cannot necessarily be copy-pasted at all, because they have some decent noticeable differences in terms of their visuals. So yeah, wow, 3 whole planes that are actually brand new. And don't even get me started on ground. But I don't play ground, as you can probably see. So yeah, copy paste Thunder, give me your money. Hey, your mother and your grandmother gets a flanker now. I was playing 16C yesterday, did very well. Problem is, 90% blue memes are still clueless. Man, I think everyone is just fucking clueless. I think if you were to play red side on 13-3, you would probably rage quit from the amount of times you will get team killed by all the fucking tourist retards and the premium flankers. They're firing 27 ETs and ERs at everything. People are fucking stupid. Like, I keep saying, I don't expect new players to know everything from the get-go, but holy fuck, sometimes it's just people lacking common sense. Do I sense great movement of good players back to blue? Man, I don't know. The thing is, blue is probably gonna be more fun because they are the ones that are the underdog right now. But literally the only blue nations that exist are USA, Britain, and Israel. Israel is literal copy-paste America, and America's stuff currently sucks ass right now. And Britain is Britain. I'm not gonna grind Britain for a fucking Eurofighter. So matter of fact, if I wanted to play blue, I would probably grind Italy, because I get Gripen, I get the Eurofighter, and maybe the AV-8 if I want to mess around. And the thing is, I would grind Italy not because of the planes, but because it is a minor nation that can play on either red or blue. Which is great. If not, I would probably grind Sweden. Or I could maybe just play Rafale on blue, but it's the Rafale, man. Like, I guess it's funny every once in a while, feel invincible and destroy an entire lobby with it. But, I don't know. The thing is, besides minor nations, blue has nothing interesting to offer. Literally, they have nothing. American stuff is bleak and boring. Like, they're decent at best, but they're just boring. They don't have anything interesting to offer, and their stuff is just bad. And the only blue nation that actually has something interesting is Britain with the Eurofighter and the Gripen, but a bunch of other nations also have this shit, so what's the point of grinding this tech tree anymore? The TKs are getting in red too with all the premium Su-30s. Yeah, literally what I just said. It's fucking horrible. The intake on the J10C is different at least. Yay! Played 13-3 Red Ray, got team killed 6 times. Yeah, I got killed 5 times around 3 days ago, and I fucking rage quit. It's fucking horrible. As a matter of fact, I don't really know what to play today. I might play some J7E later. Where is it? Here we go. I might play some J7E later because today it's 12.0. And I can actually play 12.0 without feeling guilty. So it's gonna be fun. Did I complete the stage from yesterday though? Oh yeah, I did. Completed this. The other one starts on December 21st and it's 20th today. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll do something else. I'm very hungry and I was supposed to go eat lunch like an hour ago. Is that any jets what you really wait for in game? Any jets that I'm waiting for in game? Not really. I guess the Su-35, but mostly because of aesthetics. Because I think it's this fucking sickest looking flanker. And the Su-30s also look fucking sick, but at the same time, like the Su-35 is not much different to the SM2. Like the Su-35, I think it has just slightly larger wings and larger surface area, so it might have like 3% more lift, and I think it's a little bit lighter, and it also has MOS and the laser warning receiver and a new IRST. But like overall, the differences are not that big. It has the same engines as the SM2, the same radar, the same missiles probably. We'll probably get the R-74s and the R-37Ms whenever Gaijin decides to add that, but Even if I'm excited to receive new flankers, especially on China and whatnot, like flankers are still garbage. The fly model is garbage, and I don't find them enjoyable to play anymore. So any plane I would feel excited for. I think another plane I was very excited for was the J-10C, but I still have to grind it. I think it's gonna be decent, but at the same time, it's kind of gimped. So, again, I'm not really like in the loop of what's happening with this plane or how nerfed or incorrect it is, but seems really fun. Has more missiles, the engine is better. The PL-12 is fucking sweet to use. At the same time, top tier is kind of glorp shit, as I already spent like half an hour ranting about it. So even if I really enjoy this plane overall and I was really excited for it, I'm not particularly excited to play top tier red side because, as you can see, I will not be able to play this thing. There's not going to be enough people to shoot at. Like, you guys already saw how fucking dead top tier is when it comes to having opponents. Well, I guess this one is decent, but you guys also have to keep in mind there's an event going on right now. That's why people are playing. The very moment the event dies, and probably the very moment more and more people end up grinding the SM2 and the new meta establishes itself, then yeah. I think overall this entire year, sim population has just dwindled way too much, and all my favorite planes that I really like and enjoy are on red, and I will not be able to play them as often anymore because there's no players to shoot at. And to be honest, like, I think at this point people have completely memorized my name in the scoreboard, so somebody just opens up sim. They look at the lobby, they look at the player count, and they see Simply Sinful is at the very top of the scoreboard. He's playing red, and the match is like 11 versus 4. Yeah, nobody's gonna fucking play against me. That's why I've been having a lot more fun sometimes at 13-7, or now with the Jack 141 on 12-7 days to go kill Hornets. Some other days, like yesterday, was 13-3. I played 16 ADF. I had a good time with it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna tunnel vision myself with playing top tier because it's just boring. It's no challenge, and people just cry too much. I thought you ended the stream. Yeah, I'm about to end it now because I'm really hungry now. Nuclear option is next game for simmers, probably. 20 subs from 1K. Yay! Yeah, actually that video got me a fuck ton of subscribers, almost 50. That's kind of wild. But anyway, enough yapping. I don't feel like playing anymore. I think it's garbage fucking game. So, see you guys around. I'll go eat lunch. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for hanging out.